It's just a quick garden update about my Japanese beetles that finally arrived. There you can see what my wife's rose plant looks like. That was the first thing that they attacked. They pretty much wiped that out in a day, and lucky they didn't touch her daisies and stuff. But basically, this morning they were really bad. They were all over the asparagus. Well, they start on the asparagus ferns. You can see them there, and the eggplants were loaded. They're actually starting to eat some pretty good size holes in the eggplants now in a very short period of time. There you can see those big holes are from the Japanese beetles, and the smaller holes are from the flea beetle type thing. So figured it was time to do something, so I ran down to Tractor Supply this morning and picked up a couple traps that I'll show you in a little while. Anyhow, here's pretty much how everything's doing. You can see that everything's still growing really good. It's actually been kind of growing out of control the last couple of days since I did a video. You can see the plants have doubled in size again there. Basically nothing but sunshine, hot weather, and no rain at all. Yesterday I thought we were going to get thunder showers, but they just broke up around us and completely missed us. We didn't get a drop. So all this is requiring an awful lot of watering every day just to keep it growing. But here you can see everything's doing really good. The sunflowers, some of them are up to about 8 feet tall out there in the main garden. And these are the Japanese beetle traps I decided to try. Last year I tried one and it worked good, so it was a different brand, but this is all they had at Tractor Supply, so I figured I'd give it a try. And same thing, it's a couple pieces of plastic and a piece of attractant and bags to catch the beetles in. They're real simple and easy to put together. I thought I'd just show you how they go together for people that haven't played with these things before. For some reason they put two really strong pieces of tape to hold these plastic pieces together. I guess they didn't want anybody to pull them apart or anything. And then they just kind of slip together. You can see there's like slots cut in halfway through one and the other, and they make a little X like that. Then there's the bag that comes with it, and they have a green tie wrap there that's wrapped around the bags. They really do wrap it good. They just wrap it and twist it, twist the wires in between each other and stuff, so they make it so it's kind of hard to get open there. But here you can see they do give you 2 bags. You can swap out the bags after a couple weeks once they get full. So once you put that plastic thing together, the bag has 4 holes in it that just lock on the little cutouts in that plastic backing piece there. You see they slide right on real easily, and there's really not much at all to putting these together. Now they said you should put them 20 feet downwind of the garden so that the beetles smell them on the way in, but I just decided to put them off to the side here. So then you snap that on, and then there's the attractant, and there's a peel off backing. And I must tell you that just the smell from peeling this backing off actually caused the Japanese beetles to follow me and land on my hands right up until I got into the house almost. So you just you peel that off, and it is quite a smell, that little thing, and then it just clips right into the slots in the yellow piece there. And then the tie wrap is just for hanging it on something. So all I did is I just twisted it on one side, and then I that old tent frame that I have by the garden, I decided I'd hang it up there out of the way, just so animals can't climb up and get at them and stuff. The girl in the store that sold them to me said the skunks do like to climb up and knock them down and eat them. So there's the other one. I hung that up in the other corner, that up in the front, just downwind of the asparagus plant. So we'll see how they work over time. And while I'm out here, I figured I'd just go through the garden, and you can see there the cucumbers have just gotten out of control in the last couple of days. Those are the beans, and they've doubled in size again. And these are the edamame soybeans, and they're up to about 2.5 feet tall now. And all the peppers are doing good. They're not super tall or anything, but they're doing good, and tomatoes are starting to show up. These are my little blue atomic grape tomatoes, and you can see they're actually starting to turn blue now. So hopefully I'll have some of them in a week or so. And some banana peppers on the plant. You can see they're just starting to take off now. All this sunshine is just, making everything grow faster. And here's one of the Anaheim chili peppers. They're just about big enough to use now. And here you can see these are the tricolor beans there, and you can see the little beans. So we'll be eating them in a couple days also. Here's some more peppers. These are a red Belgium type that kind of grow facing up, and they're starting out pretty good. Sunflowers will be in bloom probably another week or week and a half, I think. Everything out in the bigger garden, you can see I got all the tomato plants finally tied up and trimmed back off the ground and stuff like that. So they're pretty much under control. And another one of those pesky beetles, but the eggplants are starting to get some flowers on them now. So pretty soon we should have some small fruits on them also. And the peppers, you can pretty much see they're just kind of loaded with flowers on some of them. Within 5 minutes, I can see the traps are starting to work already. The beetles are starting to swarm over that way to them, and so I'll keep you updated on how well they work and what they catch. But they look like they're going to work real good. And 1 million small pickling cucumbers. I've never seen so many flowers on them as we have this year. It's just loaded up. The trap in the back, that other one, you can see that one's starting to get a couple of them in there, and they just slide down, can't get out, and they'll fall in the bag as soon as they get a little more weight in there. So now we're out to the big garden, and there's one of those sunflowers that just grew back from last year. It's about 8 feet tall, and that'll be blooming soon. And you can see everything is really it's just taking off and doing really good this year. Just perfect weather for it. Just have to keep adding some water to keep it going. There's the green beans, and there's the zucchini squash, yellow squash, butternut squash. First yellow squash are on the plants here, so a couple days, and zucchinis are loaded with these little 3-inch long squash now also. So we'll be picking them shortly, and all the marigolds are doing really good and in bloom right now. If you look around my yard, when it gets this dry out, the whole yard turns to clover, and actually it's pretty dangerous to walk on barefoot because there are so many bees just enjoying this clover that within 5 feet you'd probably wind up stepping on a bee. It's just unbelievable. I don't know where they all come from, but they just love this clover. This is just, a quick update and kind of showing you how I put those Japanese beetle traps out, and hopefully they'll take care of the problem. Time will tell. We'll see in the next video that should show me starting to pick some veggies from the garden. So you can see everything really is doing good this year. It's just going to be a matter of hoping nothing happens between now and the harvest. And my wife has lavender planted all over the yard, and that's just unbelievable right now. And that's also loaded with bees. Just thousands of bees are enjoying that also. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe.